Hello, welcome to North Dakota Pulse, the show about our North Dakota legislative session. Amazing, fun, fetch, great, let's get into it. I missed the last 2 days, I was pretty ill, but I am back at it to give you more legislative news, the thing I live for, and you should too. A quick recap of some of the stuff you might have missed if you are only following me for your legislative news, which, if you are, cool, let me know, holler in the comments. But we've had quite a few bills. We had the incredibly contentious personhood bill, which had over 300 pieces of testimony. And as I hear, there were people lined up like it was a new Star Wars movie, except for instead of Star Wars hymns, it was faith-based hymns. I hear one of the representatives said to another one, "Do you have a soul?" It got a bit heated. It got intense. You could say hellfire, maybe. It would be appropriate. Where we might go with that bill is unclear. However, what it does appear to do is give fertilized eggs some kind of super dominant right over everyone else. As if it were to die, this fertilized egg, we would really question why, and potentially try to criminalize and punish everyone involved in there. Was it a miscarriage? I don't know. Let's just send her to jail anyways. It's a bad bill for several reasons. I respect individuals' personal opinion about this, and I can also show compassion to them and their beliefs, which are likely very sincerely held. However, that is not a belief that we all share as humans, and not one that is shared within science in any capacity, as it is fundamentally silly and makes absolutely no sense. And if one were to hold it as logically true, then would we not just simply sing the chant of every sperm is sacred? For it is. And some other bad news that had happened, it looks like a lot of our renter protection bills did not make it through. In good news, the school voucher bill also did not make it through, so we will not be diverting public funding to our non-public schools, which makes sense. Good job, us. So that's your basic update from the news girl. Myself, I'm the news girl. It's just in case you're wondering what show I'm ripping off entirely with this. News girl, Faye. News dudette. Is that working for you? I don't know. We will workshop it and figure it out. 3 things I want to tell you about tonight. Thing 1, on Saturday, my newsletter is probably going to be going out. That will be your warning about all the bills that will have a hearing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Thursday and Friday, who knows. But before that, on Friday, I typically will put through social media all the stuff I see coming out in general to inspire people to get involved. I just typically will go through it Friday morning, so I usually get it out around noon or 1, depending on life and what happens. I might get sick again, who knows. But that email will go out on my newsletter to your inbox on Saturday so you can get prepared and ready. There are 2 things I know about right now that I'll tell you about right now, and that is Senate Bill 2307. That is a big library censorship bill. It's another bill that's hurting our institute's ability to do their jobs. I used to have more patience for these very silly, awful bills, but that's when I thought that there was some honest intention behind it and a conversation where both parties would potentially listen to each other, and then we would resolve it, understanding that librarians know what they're doing and we should trust them because that is their entire career and life. And they're not nefarious actors attempting to hurt people. Obviously, I like reality. I like being there. I think we would all do well to resist ideological dominance like this because it is bad for society. Extremely bad. Yuck. Just yuck on that. So I don't support Senate Bill 2307, and you shouldn't either. The other bill I want to talk about is a bill that you should support. It's a good bill. It's a fun bill. It's a fantastic bill for people who work jobs, which is most of us, as it turns out. That's going to be a bill introduced by Representative Austin Foss, which is going to be House Bill 1495. What this bill does is allow individuals to be lawmakers without repercussion of potentially losing their job from the time commitments of serving within chamber during a legislative session. Keep in mind, a lot of professionals, they could be librarians or social workers or doctors, they tend to have contracts that could be years in the making, or they tend to work fields where if they quit, someone will replace their job and they can't get back in. There are a lot of reasons they're de-incentivized from participating within our government, which is bad for everyone because we would benefit from librarians being lawmakers. But right now, if they try to, it would probably tank their career as librarians. Maybe they want to serve for 4 years to put in their expertise and serve our state, but don't want to completely tank their career in doing so. So they should have protections in the same way we have protections for veterans. And I think it would be important to allow more people to participate in our government, especially the ones who have degrees and experience and kind of know what they're talking about when we have bills coming up about librarians or healthcare, so we can have real voices in the room. No single word or category really paints a wide enough brush to capture everything that's going on. But I think the problem that I see within the world more than anything else is a genuine lack of curiosity. A lack of really trying to learn or listen about subjects maybe you don't understand or don't agree with. And I think that the more that we have people who are genuinely curious and empathetic, regardless of where they started or what their positions are, we'll probably end up with better policy. And ultimately, that's what I'd advocate for. So if you're a professional, I strongly recommend you look into House Bill 1495 and support it. I will have all of this, like I mentioned, in my newsletter, but I'll also be promoting it tomorrow across my channel. So I hope you find that useful. That's my show tonight. Thank you for joining me for this quick update as I am back in health, hopefully forever. I hope to be immortal. I don't know yet. I've drank some water. I don't know how much I have to. I feel like I've gotten enough, but my doctor keeps on looking at me and says, keep on drinking that water. I'm like, until when? Wednesday? Next week? Come on. I I think I might get to a point in my life where a doctor prescribes me water. Like, I don't know, it's like that would be something else, right? But I'll try to keep on drinking water and you should too. And until then, yay democracy, everyone.